for your courage and dedication to the truth. It takes a rare willingness.
Washington D.C. tenshi chebe ari geyon manzo pege deneka National Endowment for Democracy ki kodi wolia pyote nangamoni gyanagi chashime shebe pedeshi uche naso pede uche zegwe tolia pemitizuki Sikyong Penpa Tsering choda ani pede zombapo gemi ki kyanwa ani kushab lao dagana shinki ani ari geji chude rawan lanzo ki ani kuzhe suba kushab Sam Brown bagla dagana shinki ani geji pyodoan legu kang ki ani nyamshiba puchun la sol henshu ki pede uche naso ta pede ditabuchi chasobena ani 아메리카 쇼리야 교와치베네라 야나기 쇼리 교와치베네레 페미드수기 가르소레 쇼리야 교와치베네 간다 빼데데 모트네 로규랑시 데베 빼데시 차기여봐 참에 데네 돌이야 고드나서
Unfortunately, China keeps calling His Holiness Dalai Lama a separatist all the time. Separatists. And I keep telling the Chinese government who really wants Tibet to be separated from China, because His Holiness always talks about the middle way. So of course, Chinese government is three positions. One is that His Holiness should be, they will look for the reincarnation within China. So which means the Chinese government is ordering His Holiness not to be reborn outside. So of course, His Holiness who's going to be reborn. He has to decide where he is going to be reborn, not the Chinese government who decides where His Holiness will be reborn.
I wrote the book in Chinese because my main purpose was to convince the Chinese about what happened. The reason is that I don't think that I need to convince the Westerners and the Tibetans that Tibet wasn't part of China. It's more important to convince the Chinese, the Han Chinese, that Tibet was not part of China.
He only goes to Chinese sources for his material. And the Chinese sources say Tibet is not a part of China. And so it's hard, I would think it would be very hard for China then to refute their own sources with this. There'd be plenty of other sources that would deny it, and he spends a lot of time and he spent a lot of effort to document, to me, what is the obvious, but still you do need to do this, that from Chinese sources, China has never claimed Tibet is a part of China until the CCP recently has done that.
And so our support for the Tibetan people of the endowment, it spans 30 years, 3 decades. It's among our longest programs, and as you know, among our highest priorities. And we're proud to be one of the Tibet democracy movements, or one of the Tibetan movement's most steadfast allies, because the Tibet movement is a democracy movement. I think that's the point of importance for us, and that the Tibetan movement, it can serve as a model, as an inspiration for freedom-loving people around the world. Led by His Holiness the Dalai Lama, the Tibetan cause has long been associated with values of justice, compassion, and nonviolence. But at its bedrock, it also represents these principles of democracy. We have Sikyong Tsering here with us, who leads an administration that is a model of a thriving democracy in exile. It's a pretty extraordinary story. With 3 pillars of democracy, guided by a democratic constitution, carrying out free and fair elections, the Tibetan exile government is a remarkable achievement, and it is a model for many others who come to NED for advice. We suggest they talk to you.